Time by the Wood Brothers. So we're in standard tuning, and we're going to be capoed way up on the 7th fret. So now this song is primarily your 2 chords for your verse and chorus. So what we're going to do is we're going to be playing a G, and we're mostly going to play a 4-finger G. There are a couple times where he goes to drops to a 3-finger G. And I'll say this too, there's a lot of improvisation, so this is going to be kind of a guideline of how he plays it. But if you look, there's a lot of small variations throughout the whole song. So we're going to give you a good guideline that you can kind of go off of here. So the very first part, we have this really cool bass part, and the acoustic guitar is going to come in, and we're going to take the 3 and the 3 on the B and the high E string, 3 from the capo, and we're going to slide that to the 5th fret, okay? Or if you're looking at it from without the capo, that'd be the 10th fret to your 12th fret, okay? So, and then we're going to come right back to that 3 or the 10, okay? Right there. And then we're going to go to a C chord, just a plain open C. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the first finger and we're going to pull off on that B string. So the 1st fret we're going to keep on, then pull off to open. And then we're going to go to that G and do the same thing, but on the 2nd fret. So you could use this middle finger to just kind of hop over. All right, so. All right, and that when we go, we're pulling off to a G anyway, so we kind of are alluding to the chord. We're kind of going back to the G chord right there. So, and we're just gonna kind of keep repeating that. Okay, that's your intro. Now, after we get past the intro, we're just gonna play the G chord and the C chord for the first verse. This is very mellow. The best way to think about it would be maybe your thumb on the bass string for your G, and then maybe your middle and your first, or your middle and your ring finger playing the 3 and the 3 on the B and the high E. Okay? And each of these we're going to hold for 2 beats, and then we're going to go to the C, and we're going to play that bass string with our thumb, the A string, and then we're going to play the B and the G with our middle and first finger. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Okay. That's going to repeat 5 times. Okay? And the 5th time, we'll hold the C out for a total of 6 beats. Da 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 da. Right? And then we're into the chorus. So the chorus is when we get a little bit busier here. We're still G to C, but we're just going to pick a lot more. So we're going to go G, and we're going to think of that 4-finger G. We really don't need the pinky. Maybe just keep it there for insurance sake. So we're going to go bass string on the G. That's your low E. And then we're going to go D string, G string, and then the B string. So. All right, good. Now, then we're going to let go of that B, and that way we can play the open B string. So, and the best way is just kind of release that ring finger right there. All right, now we just go to C. So. Now, what he's going to do is every other time, he'll kind of play the C twice. So the first time, right? So kind of like that, just to give a little variation there. Now, when we get to the second verse is going to follow the exact same guideline that we just played for the chorus. Okay, so we're really just going to repeat that. Now, if you want to put a couple little variations in, you could pick that C the second time. And I'm just playing in order, that thumb, first, and middle finger, the same ones we're grabbing to play the chord for the voicing, but just to give it some variation. And that's what I mean. There's a lot of little stuff like that throughout the song, but you know, you can kind of play around with it and make it your own. So, all right. So now we've got verse 1, we've got the chorus, and we've got verse 2. So now there's a little interlude. And this is a little busier part here. So we're going to go to a B7 chord, okay? And we're going to play the root with our thumb. And then we're going to play the E, B, and G strings. Okay, and that's going to kind of give us our chord. All right? And then we're going to go back to the thumb on the A string, first finger on the G, thumb on the D, middle finger on the B. So that pattern would be this. All right, so. And you may just want to practice that to kind of get that up to speed. So with the thumb, chord, thumb first, thumb middle. Okay? Good. Now we're going to repeat that twice, and that's going to give us a total of 4 beats. That's one measure for that B7. So now your next chord is a C. I would like to say this real quick. So remember that the last note we play in that B7 is an open string. You have your open B right there. So that's kind of giving you that split second to move over for your C chord, okay? So, all right, good. Like that. So see, so we have that little split. Okay, so we're going to go to C chord. On the C chord, we're really going to do the exact same thing in our right hand. So nothing changes. We just have to jump to the C chord. So bass note in the A, we're going to grab the E, B, and G for our chord. And then we're going to do that alternating thumb first, thumb middle. So thumb on the A string, first finger on the G, thumb on the D, middle finger on that B. So, good. Now, the only difference is we're just going to play this once right now, okay? So we don't have the double, it's just 2 beats worth. So, all right, so together with the B7. Excellent. All right, now we're going to jump to a G chord, and this time we're going to play the G as a 3-finger G, okay? Now we're going to play the thumb on the low E string. That's our bass note. And then we're going to grab the E, B, and G like we did with the other chords. All right, and then we're going to do this thumb first, thumb middle. The only difference is we're going to go thumb on the low E, first on the G, then the thumb's going to skip to the D string, and then go to the B string. So you'll have this slowly. And with the first part. All right, so now let's put all that together with the B7. Excellent. All right, now we're going to jump to the B7 again, and this is the exact same pattern, except we're only going to do it once. And then we're going to jump to the C earlier than we did before. All right, and then we're going to stay on that C, okay? So, B7 to C. And then the only difference is right there at the end. We're going to change this a little bit. So the C, the first time, we've got 2 beats. We're going to do that again. And then the third time, we're going to change it. We're going to start the same. We're going to play the A string. We're going to grab our chords with the E, B, and G. And then we're going to go A string, G, D. And then we're going to add the pinky right here on that 3rd fret. of your high E, and we're just going to strum all from the A to the E. So let me play the second section with the B7 here slowly. All right, so the whole middle section here slowly. The last part that's really in the song is a little interlude. And there's a part where it's just kind of the guitar that breaks down and the band kind of drops out. And it kind of is really, there's nothing really new here, but what it's going to do is kind of combine all the parts we've done before. So we're going to go to the G chord, okay? And we're going to do like we did for the chorus and the second verse. Okay, and then we're going to go to that C chord. Okay. Now we're going to grab that 3 and 3 that we used in the intro. And we're going to play the 3 on the E, 3 on the B. We're going to slide it to the 5. And then we're going to come back. And we're going to grab those two with our bass note for the G chord again. So. Again. Right? Now, then we're just going to go just like we've done with the little intro. Okay, so now, after we land back on that G again, we're just going to play the B string on that 3rd fret and then open it up like we've done before to the open B and then back to C. So. Now, we're on that C chord, we're going to do that little lick we did, that little pull off. Okay? And that's going to bring us right back around. So.